They're trying to, make SmackDown pretty big, but,
Raw's more exciting to me now.
Yeah, it usually is.
So is Joe's pants. What?
Yo!
We're all here.
Olympic Fandom Radio.
We're all here.
I'm the Luge Master Joe. Wait, wrong podcast. Wrestle Fandom Radio, what's up?
Joe, wrong podcast, wrong Olympics.
Yeah, true. I don't think there's a summer luging. There could be.
There is.
They should do like downhill skateboarding.
There is. It's just a different type of Olympics. It's on the dark web. So
I thought we were in the 100-meter pole ride, Todd.
No, Joe's going skiing.
Wrong time of year, Todd. Wrong time of year.
You can still go skiing any time of year.
Yeah, I'll melt your pole whenever. What the fuck is going on?
And that's the show. We're done. That's
Good night.
Good night. Drew didn't get to say anything.
It's okay. I'm good.
Drew's feeling better, even though he still sounds tired.
Yeah,
Drew
sounds like he just took Terry Crews to the throat last night.
He's got to be okay.
The Wolverine variant, Terry Crews.
He's got to be doing okay. He's very ideas.
Naming variants of Wolverine we should have seen. We should just do a whole episode of it.
All right, let's go.
Paul Giamatti Wolverine.
I don't know. Can he get better?
Doctor Strange.
Who?
They should have had him be Doctor Strange.
Oh my God. Yo, can you imagine a Joaquin Phoenix Wolverine?
Oh, that would have been weird.
Yeah, it would have been. Super art house. He's doing song and dance.
Yeah.
Or like, remember that movie where he pretended in real life that he had become a rapper just to make a faux documentary?
Yeah,
right.
I do remember that.
Did anybody ever watch that, Todd?
No.
I didn't even know it existed.
Oh my God.
Oh.
Yeah, okay, Todd, that's what we got to do this week. We're going to watch that.
I have so much crap I have to do this week.
And you're going to get it all done.
Maybe.
I hope so.
All right, so SmackDown, Raw. Drew's going to give us a Raw rundown, but no Raw rundown. We'll get right. Like they're in a, like Garrett said, they're like in a holding pattern right now.
Yeah.
Todd, you got this week's update of the 6?
Well, of course, it was the best part of Raw. Absolutely, best part of Raw. Do you want to talk about it now?
Yeah, let's do it now.
Wrong button.
Peanut butter.
Peanut butter?
Todd, come back.
Stop
dragging
stuff. See,
that's what we were trying to do.
The logo over his face. So, I mean,
where'd I go?
It's become predictable when it's going to happen now. Obviously, we all know they're going after Chad, and now he's rolling with the fucking Creed brothers, or they're rolling with him. Whatever you want to look at it that way. So I knew something was going to happen. So match goes on. I think they win. Creed brothers, I believe.
That's correct.
And then they start beating up Otis and what's his face. And as he has like Otis in the ankle lock.
Tozawa, Akira Tozawa, Todd. Remember his name.
Yeah, that dude. But anyway, so he doesn't really matter in life.
Wow.
He's awesome.
So
wow.
Chad's got him the ankle lock. Maxine jumps on his back. He slaps him. He's about to go after her, and then the lights go out. And then approach the 3 of the Wyatts, who finally, I mean, we all knew who they were, but they finally unmasked themselves. And actually got in the ring and did a few things, which I was, it wasn't, a ton, but it was some cool shit. I don't know if you guys watched the clip I sent, or if you've already watched.
Yeah, I did.
Raw, whatever. But that Dexter off the rope, Joe Gacy powerbomb thing was awesome.
It was.
I have to say I was expecting a little more out of Rowan than just a big like crossbody jump. Like I was expecting either like a big ass like double clothesline, or just something that. I mean, it was okay, but I figured he would have really like put something more into it than just be like, let me just jump sideways. Sister Abigail jumped on him, which was again cool to see everybody kind of now getting involved. We saw Uncle Howdy last week, so now you've gotten a feel for everything. Chad tries to leave, Uncle Howdy scares him off, but then Chad and the Creed brothers demand a match next Monday night against the Wyatts. And Adam Pearce was even like, "You sure you want that?" Yeah.
You want that smoke, dog? You want that smoke?
So next Monday, we'll see a 3-on-3 with Gable and the Creed brothers versus 3 of the Wyatt 6. And obviously the other 2 will probably be floating around the ring and shit, But I'm excited because I always felt like all 3 of those guys, well, they're all, I felt, good wrestlers. So I'll be excited to see them wrestle again because really haven't since Eric Rowan was whatever the hell he was, Redbeard.
Bludgeon Brother?
AEW. No, he was an AEW when like the Brody tribute thing. So, all right, go ahead, Joe. Sorry. If I don't finish my thoughts, they go away.
Well, I don't want mine to go away either. How about Dexter Loomis's fucking dreads?
Is that real?
I don't, dude. The mask was off.
I don't know if those are his or not. I know it's been gone a while.
I don't think so.
Those
I
are
don't think they're his.
epic.
They were awesome.
And,
I like him better now.
I like them anyway. I thought
Same.
Anybody else notice Uncle Howdy's mask looked a little different?
Are they
less of it?
Yes.
I feel like there was something different in the mouth.
It was more like Phantom of the Opera.
Yeah.
I feel like that's how it was last week too. Maybe it's more for wrestling compared to like the other one.
And last night, Michael Cole referred to Nikki Cross as Sister Abigail.
Interesting.
Yep, so that's official.
So she is now officially the embodiment of Sister Abigail. Which
what
kind
was
of
the
breaks
other
my heart. I always wanted it to be Alexa.
What was the other name potentially?
Abby the Witch.
Yeah.
Oh, that's okay. That's right.
And who knows? Alexa could. They need
Alexa
to fit
could
her
be
in there somewhere because that character she did with Bray was fucking amazing.
It was legendary, dude.
And so they need to get her back into that character again somehow, some way. Even if she comes back as like Alexa,
I never wanted to have a baby with a crazy chick so bad.
See Deadpool.
Make sure you wear your white pants, okay?
But I don't know. I felt the whole Punk Drew Seth segment just kind of fell flat.
Clobber McIntyre Punk.
It just kind of.
Is this taking too long?
No, I just think we're on fumes right now, pulling into the gas station.
Yeah,
I think SummerSlam's going to be lights out, and I just think it's happening 1 week too long for them to keep going at the level they were going at.
Yeah, the injuries didn't help.
Right.
But, I mean...
Let's be honest. This match would have been a WrestleMania match if the injuries didn't happen.
Right.
Yeah.
So, do we want to go straight into the card, gents? Or actually, before we get into the card...
Sponsor?
I just want to have a little bit of a word from our sponsor.
Have you ever found yourself in the need for some screen printing? What about some vinyl work? Well, we have the spot for you. Seasonal Sports, 215 Oriskany Boulevard in Whitesboro. Has all your needs. Go see Fred at Seasonal Sports.
And, to back his post from earlier today, yes, Seasonal Sports are still screen printing. Somebody was saying that they weren't because other businesses are switching to something else. Fred is still screen printing. So whatever else you hear, you're fucking wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think a lot of places do like the, it's like the flashing like one, and it doesn't stay as good.
Whoa.
It's like you can do them faster, but they're not better. Like what Fred does is the better work.
Yeah.
The longer lasting stuff.
It's like a night review compared to a night
else
show.
is below it.
Yeah.
So the first.
Wait, hold on.
I believe
there has to be an honorable mention. We talked about the jean shorts. Can we talk about the Rhea outfit?
The lingerie.
The buttons, the hell on
Spider-Man holding it together.
See, it was definitely like goth Mary Jane looking last night.
It was.
I prefer more of the BDSM type lingerie, but I definitely appreciated what Rhea was wearing last night.
A look into Joe's life.
I mean, if there's no dildo port, what's the point? You know what I'm saying?
Jesus Christ.
I don't know.
So we are going to go. I believe this is the way the card's supposed to go. Damian Priest versus Gunther.
That's the first match.
I'm kind of glad it's the first match, so I can finish making my plate of food.
I honestly I'm not a fan of Gunther. I just
Dude, he's awful.
And
he's a good wrestler.
I like the way Priest is kind of starting to go now. Like he's just kind of like drifting a little bit. He's still that character, but not as much that character. So I think Damian will keep it, and I hope he does. I'll actually be really sad if Gunther wins.
I'm over Gunther. This character, the dude's a house. The dude is a very, very good wrestler. But this neo-Nazi thing, like, is just it's run its course. It ran its course fucking 70 years ago. Like, I don't know. That whole almost like representing like a geopolitical fucking thing. It was gone in the 90s. Like, I just like what they did with Rusev was great. You know what I mean? He was this distinguished Russian champion, you know, and he had his own day and everything. And actually, guys, today is Rusev Day. Happy Rusev Day, everybody. Happy Rusev Day. But it was different because they weren't like getting into like he was just the Bulgarian brute, you know, like
yeah.
I don't know. I could care less. Like Damian, I'm not a fan of, and Gunther, I don't like his gimmick. So
I don't want Gunther to win it because I don't want him to go on some long epic run. So I don't
think Priest is losing. I
don't think now's the time. But what I think they may do is we're seeing a more face side of Priest. So he might tell them, everyone stay back here, I can take him myself. And then they interfere on his behalf. He doesn't, and then he doesn't realize that he wins, and then realizes that they were out there, they helped him. He gets mad, and that creates more fracture than that's already been going on.
See, I think the fracture is going to happen because I think Finn is going to betray Damian Priest at SummerSlam. Like, the ball is on the tee. It has been for weeks. You already have the potential for two separate storylines coming out of that faction with the Dominic, the Liv, the Rhea thing, and with the Priest and Finn thing. I think Finn fucking up Damian and Damian not retaining could happen, or Finn trying to betray him and somehow still retain. But I think at SummerSlam we see the at least split of Judgment Day.
I'm going Priest.
I want to see Finn go back to normal, like to what he was. Like I liked regular Finn, not Judgment Day Finn. I liked him. I liked the music. I liked the fucking demon. I liked all that. Like that was just. It just.
I'll be your Huckleberry.
So I'm hoping he kind of like, I don't know. I'd like to see just like old Finn again. Like the music, the everything. I just want to see
Finn again.
The original Finn, OG Finn. Because I always did like the fucking demon shit and whatever, and like what people were gonna do, and just like that type of shit. So it was always different and creative and just like crazy. So bring back old Finn.
All right. Next match is Bayley and Nia Jax. So all the reports and everything I'm reading is that WWE behind the scenes is super impressed with Nia this run, and all signs point to Nia getting the fucking belt.
It should.
Wow, really, man.
So
I love Nia, but man,
I'm loving having faced Bayley back, but I think Bayley's gonna probably take a little hiatus. Like she's kind of gone nonstop now for 4 years.
Yeah,
and. She'll probably come back like SummerSlam or not Summer, Royal Rumble time maybe. But from everything I'm reading, that Nia's coming away with that belt.
And depending on like if Tiffany helps her or not, especially if Tiffany helps her and they like utterly destroy Bayley, and like right now is like the peak of her popularity, right? So it's a good time to take it off of her, have her gone for a while, because when she comes back, she'll still be white hot.
Right. And everything I'm reading is they're going for a program of Tiffany versus Nia.
Right.
So like that's what they're leading up to. And then our next match is the other half of the Judgment Day. The Dirty Dom.
Sorry, going back. The other thing with that is we all saw the return of Damage Control, even though I didn't really realize they were like gone anywhere.
Yeah,
but apparently they seem like more of like a female-ish Shield type thing now, like wearing all fucking black, blah blah blah. So they could also fucking have a hand to play and be able to.
Right.
Yeah, 100%. Then we got Liv and Rhea. I don't see Liv losing.
No. They're gonna. I'm telling you, this is how it's gonna. Dom's gonna seem like he's out there. He's gonna try and help. Rhea when Liv will retain. She's gonna get mad at Dom, and like Liv will be standing there like walking backwards up towards the ramp. Dom will be with her, and then he's just gonna like smile and put his arm around her. And I can see it happening.
I don't know, dude. Did you see Liv?
Drew knows I'm right. Look at his face. He knows I'm right.
It's too good.
Had quite the brutal breakup segment last night. Like she looks like she's in a very dark place. Poor Livy.
I think she'll be fine.
Yeah, she'll be fine.
But I honestly 100% agree with you, Garrett. I think that's Dom is going to go with Liv, and they are going to be the Harley and Joker of the WWE.
The bad joke.
Now,
I do like how he's playing his way.
Right.
What did you just say?
So the next match is what I think is going to be the match of the night. Cody versus Solo. And I think this is where shit is going to start to get real. Because it's been, 2 weeks in a row now that Solo's called out our tribal chief, Roman Reigns? Yeah, you just heard me say that.
Yeah.
Our tribal chief.
I'm surprised, Joe.
You know what? I'm so invested in this fucking storyline that I'm willing to let bygones be bygones for the moment. And like, I want OG Bloodline coming back as faces. I want Roman to come out and Solo thinks he's helping him. And Roman just crushes Solo. Cody retains, and that sets off a chain reaction that the only way it could have been better is if you had the Shield reuniting to come back for one final ass-kicking time.
What if they did? Moxley would bleed. Seth would wear something crazy. And Roman would bleed.
Because if Solo comes back on Saturday, does Jimmy come with him?
No, because that's what you're going to get over the course of Survivor Series is Roman rekindling that relationship over like that week's episode or 2 weeks. Like, and I think Jay will be the last one to commit because of how bad the blood was from the jump when Roman came back with his persona. I think he gets Jimmy, he gets Sammy. The wise man's with him. And the first week, Jay's like, nah, brah, nah, Oos, no, and walks out. And then the second week, Roman's out there. The bloodline comes, but they're outnumbered. In the new bloodline, they have who, Garrett? Who do they have on their side?
What?
Say it. The Samoan werewolf.
What? Who's that?
Jacob Fatu. So
Jacob Fatu.
You got little old Sami Zayn. You got Jimmy Uso, who's only half the man who he is at this point because his twin's not there with him. You have our tribal chief, Roman Reigns. Come on, acknowledge me. Acknowledge me, Solo. And they're coming in, and then what do you hear? Uso! And the crowd, it explodes. Because here on the SmackDown before Survivor Series, what happens? Jey Uso finally accepts his place as Roman Reigns' new right-hand man. And it sets up the glorious War Games event. OG Bloodline versus Solo's Bloodline. And it's a clash that will shake the island of Samoa to its roots forever. Did I just tell you on that? Did I?
And then either that same night or at War Games, the newest addition, Samoa, who signed with them, is going to show up and wreck house for somebody.
Yeah.
What's his name? Zilla? Was it Zilla or something like that?
No, there's two.
There's two?
I think there's two who are signed.
Jesus Christ.
One for each side. They're everywhere. These are
like
rabbits.
I know I've gotten more confirmation about Hikuleo, but I heard that Zilla Fatu is also signed. So I'm like, what's happening? Like,
with all that
there's
said,
like
Cody
the
retains.
Tonga twins.
Cody retains.
Either way, Cody's keeping. It doesn't matter how it goes. Cody's keeping.
Like, Cody doesn't even need to be part of this at this point. Like, Cody
just
just
lay the belt out there and then walk away.
Right. Yeah. Like Cody is so insignificant to that part of the storyline.
Yeah.
The champion is insignificant.
He could literally take the title and leave, and no one would notice.
No.
Yeah.
No one would notice.
No. Nobody would notice at all.
And he's one of the hottest, things going in wrestling right now, and yet it would be Joe's right. He'd be insignificant only at that moment, and he just step out.
And all that will set up to at Survivor Series when The Rock comes out to help Roman Reigns in the OG bloodline. He turns on Roman, and you find out The Rock was pulling the strings behind Solo the whole time, and it sets up The Rock versus Roman and Mania. Like, my timeline might be a little off, but that's where the story is going.
It has to. That's That has
even
to
though
be
we all know
they
this is what's going to happen, we all still want to see it. I don't want them to be like, oh, they know this is going to happen. We're going to tweak this or that. No, we know this is happening. We see the fucking GPS on the map. We know where the fuck we're going. Just let us take that ride there. Give us these moments.
Yeah. And with so many other wrestlers around them,
Right.
so many people can get involved in that match that match could be 60% everybody else fighting and 40% Rock versus Roman. And again, no one would notice.
You just think about this. And like, I obviously think about this shit way more than I should. But you are going to have a Mania this year that is going to have potentially The Rock versus Roman Reigns. Then you're possibly going to have you are going to have John Cena's last WrestleMania match, which also might be John Cena breaking Ric Flair's record and hitting 17. You might have Cena versus Cody over there, or Cena versus Priest, or whoever's got the other belt. This Mania has the potential to have King Kong walk into a brothel and put down a fucking black credit card. Like, he's just no limit, everybody's massacred. And, that's what we have there in front of us right now. And, we see it. You don't have to change anything. Throw some other sprinkles of great shit on there. But we know that these are our two main events, however which way they do it. Don't fuck it up.
Yeah, no.
Just take us there. We see the road. I don't want any construction or detours or anything else. Just take us straight down that highway right into Mania. I'm very passionate about this.
Okay. We're there, Joe, so I have to ask. Would you be disappointed if he has a title shot by Mania but loses?
No, honestly, there's nothing they can do to disappoint me in what Cena's last run is. Every pay-per-view, it is going to be a good, memorable final match between him and somebody else. If they decide not to let him break Ric Flair's record, awesome. I don't see that happening, especially the last few years with all the negative publicity Ric Flair has been given, and everybody knows he's the all-time champion. Changing that to John Cena, who has been their mascot and poster boy for the last 20 years. And he's Captain fucking America, man. You want him to be your all-time holder, at least for now.
I saw something.
What?
Okay. What if Gunther does... Ric Flair? No. What? God, Todd.
Oh, Gunther versus Cena?
No, what if Gunther does win at SummerSlam and does seem like he's on an unstoppable thing? So Cena gets a match against him and loses at Mania, but Cena wins the Money in the Bank, and then Cena cashes in on Gunther at another night after he's held it past the SummerSlam again. So he's actually held it for a year now. And then he cashes in on him. He breaks it. He just does it on a Monday, random Monday. He breaks. No, seriously, that would be the best thing, because then it's now on a Monday Night Raw, you've shattered the expectations again. We're back in Attitude Era 2.0. Now he does that.
I don't think they would ever waste Cena getting his 17th championship on a cash-in on a Monday Night Raw. They would want as many eyes on it as possible. It would be at a pay-per-view. It would probably be at Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
You'd win in the beginning of the night, cash in at the end of the night after whoever Gunther was defending the championship against, cash in, and then you end Money in the Bank with the WWE Superman holding that fucking belt nice and high. That's poetry right there. But the second you said Gunther, it clicked in my head. But it was more Team USA. You know what I mean? Going that kind of route with it. But yeah, that is definitely something I think we are going to see. Then Does LA Knight win the U.S. Championship, guys? Against
if he doesn't, I riot. If he doesn't, I'm rioting. I don't know where, but I'm just gonna riot.
Garrett's gonna riot in his living room. Start lighting up.
I'll show up, Garrett. I'll help you trash your living room.
Yeah, thanks, Joe. I appreciate it. But, for multiple reasons. One, I think they've purposefully had Logan Paul not there to draw even more ire. Like, it's like, wow, he's really going super part-time now. He's barely been around for the past 3 months, you know. So there's not only like that, but you can't deny the megastar anymore. He's been on the hottest streak for it's been a year and a half, and he's not come down. It is not cooled. No. It is not. The music goes off. Everyone loves saying LA Knight. Yeah, everyone loves it.
Dude,
if he has to win.
He was getting hot before SummerSlam last year. And I remember how the crowd, I was there, man. I felt how the crowd was when he was regulated to the Battle Royale, just like on the pre-show. Because that whole place went bonkers for him when he came out. And like he has been red hot ever since he stopped being Max Dupree.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, you said that wrong.
Dupree?
No.
Depravity.
No.
DeVry. DeVry University. Oh.
But LA Knight has to win then.
Yes.
Eli.
Sami Zayn versus Braun. Huh?
Sammy again?
I can't imagine that they pass on Braun second time with Sami. I love Sami Zayn. He's one of my favorite people in wrestling, period. But unfortunately,
I think Braun takes this, and then we started talking about this earlier in the show, but Punk versus McIntyre with special guest referee Seth freaking Rollins.
I say Seth curb stomps CM Punk. McIntyre gets the win. McIntyre walks away from this as the victor over CM Punk, and it draws the feud. Like Punk wasn't like screwed by McIntyre anymore. Like he was screwed by Seth. So now he goes after Seth. So now a war is going to break out between Seth and CM Punk because ever since he came back, we've been waiting for it. So now's the time.
Or tries to screw Punk, but Punk figures out how to not get screwed over and ends up winning, but it still starts a feud between the two because he tried to screw him over. But in the end, he'll end up doing something to Drew or some shit and kind of screwing him. Like his intentions will be to screw over Punk, but something will go on and he'll accidentally screw over McIntyre. Punk will get the win, but still know, hey, you tried to fuck me over, so now we have a
I think it's going to be the flip. I think Seth is going to fuck over Punk. McIntyre gets the win, and it just ends their feud. And then you get the Punk versus Rollins feud.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. It has to be that because then you've protected Drew. Drew still looks big. Drew came out on top, even though it was a shady win, but he's also, pretty much now anyways. But he gets to walk away from it looking bigger because even if with the way that, they are there, like CM Punk's still going to be CM Punk, right? But you need Drew to be other things.
Yeah, Drew be other things.
I can only be so much.
I can only be the company, man.
That's right.
That's the thing, though. What else is he gonna do? It's been nothing but CM Punk for months now.
It's been nothing but CM Punk for 10 years. They've been chanting his name. He's not even there.
Yeah, he'll move on to something else. If Gunther wins, maybe he can move on to hit him. He can go at Gunther for a little while and then lose to Gunther, because let's be honest,
I think Rollins versus Punk is far more interesting, and it's something fans want to see far more than McIntyre and Punk. Everybody forgets there was a time when Rollins was considered Punk's heir apparent. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like when Seth Rollins first broke off from the Shield, everybody's like, "Oh, he's WWE's replacement for CM Punk," and they kind of treated him that way for a while. And
I would have hated that, and not because of any feelings with that. Like, I just wouldn't want to be named a second or new someone else. It's like, no, he's the first Seth Rollins. He's not the second season. You know what I mean? You never want that. You never want to be called something.
But at this point, now he is his own entity. You know what I mean? All right.
Yep.
So that's the card, guys.
That's it.
That's a card.
That's the card.
And anything significant happens on SmackDown, I should be home around 3 o'clock.
Doing something before SummerSlam?
Well, we can do something early in the morning or after 3.
Yeah,
but we pretty much covered the card right now. We gave our predictions. Unless something significantly changes on SmackDown.
I'm not sure it will, because again, what they set up last week is for both the men's and the women's tags to be defended on that show. So they kind of did like what they did last time. It's big. They're putting the tag team championships up as like a main event for SmackDown. I think that's really cool. I really hope DIY doesn't lose them already to the Bloodline. That would really suck.
Yeah, I hope they don't too.
I think the Bloodline's focus is going to be this whole inner battle thing for the next couple months. I don't think we have to worry about do-it-yourself losing.
Do you like to do it yourself?
Maybe this is where we get